What's up, my little starlings? It's your boy Johnny Jupiter. We are back for another weekly energy update. Now, we just had the full moon reading the other day. I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying that and taking the advice, taking the information, the energy, and using it to your best advantage. But now we're moving on to the weekly thing. Remember, not everything is going to resonate with everybody, but the wise one learns thoroughly from the trials of others. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. So honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm excited about this one because it seems like the people that are connecting are using this and are seeing success or are going to be seeing success this week. And here's why I say that, because the first thing that pops up, you look at the middle, the oracle card, keep going. Now, keep going. To me, that is very much all right, you doing the work, you are wanting to get better, you're wanting to push through. Things have been, it's a little bit challenging anytime you're being tested to do something that is foreign to you or is new to you. It's going to have a certain amount of strain on it. So this is encouraging you to keep going, but you're also being supported by the surrounding energies. If you look at the Nine of Cups, which I have never pulled for myself. I have never gotten a Nine of Cups for myself. And here y'all, somebody out there getting a Nine of Cups, and things are sitting pretty. It's just like what you're doing, what you're working on, what you're wanting to achieve. It is coming into fruition now. Remember, the Nine of Cups is, everything is in flux, right? It's all changing. But with the Nine of Cups, it's just like the success is here, or with the Keep Going card, it's on its way. And as you can see with the Ace of Pentacles, it is very much, a new, financial opportunity potentially, or maybe you're moving into this new position, or I mean, again, it is potential, so that's something you have to be careful for. It's potential is something that is there and it exists, but it's not guaranteed. So there's a, kind of keep going with that, but things are looking good. They're actually looking very good. So if you're connecting with me from last week's energy update and this is a continuation, this is like you're being supported, like keep going, this thing is working. So here's the other thing. Here is the other thing about this week's reading. As you look down at the bottom row, you'll see the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Judgment card. Now, and this could be connecting with the last week's or with the full moon reading, but there's a new energy for taking action on your behalf, and I believe that this is really important because again, this is what's going on this week. As far as again, keep going, the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, and being supported with what you've been working on or what you're going to be working on here shortly. But there's a focus on making sure that you take care of yourself. The Queen of Cups in reverse is suggesting, okay, you very much have a good sensitive side, emotional side that is willing to give and help other people emotionally, but it's asking you right now to take care of yourself. And again, this is, if I'm remembering from the full moon reading, it's just like there's taking care of yourself, doing what you need to do. Um, Obviously, you don't want to be in any codependent type of situations. There's a certain level of certain boundary that kind of needs to be placed, and it's hard for people that are really giving, really loving, really kind, because that's something that we just want to do. We want to give that to other people, but the problem is that people just want to take, and they're not reciprocal. When it's time for you to get because you need, then they're nowhere to be found. So there's very much an energy of take care of yourself and don't be in any kind of codependent situations. There's a love on yourself, a self-love, self-care type of energy around this, because again, you don't want to be in that position where you're burned out emotionally and you're left drained. And it's, the Ace of Wands is like take action on doing what you need to do right now. Have a passion for yourself, have a love for yourself, on the mental plane, and then allow that to flow into your emotional plane and say, you know what, yeah, I'm important too. I'm just as important because I'm the protagonist. This is my story. And with the Judgment card, I if you are doing the work, right? If you're taking care of yourself and you're pushing through and you're putting up the proper boundaries so as not to drain yourself, the judgment card is like, okay, well, look back on everything. Look back on everything that you've done, and if you've been doing the work, then you really have nothing to fear, because this is a point. This is a point in your life that things are going to shift. Yes, things can get uncomfortable when you're kind of having to put up certain boundaries around people that love you and that you love. But again, you have to take care of yourself, because people that love you, it's not that they're incapable of taking advantage. A lot of times that kind of stuff happens unconsciously. So, when you put boundaries up, it protects you, and it also lets them know kind of where they're at in reference to you, how they've been using you, and maybe not being reciprocal. So this is one of those times. So if you can just take all this information into account, look back at your life in the last week, and maybe even longer, and start making making this honest account about things, and where it's going, then shift when as this next shift, you reach this new plateau, things are going to be from a much better, higher place, and you won't be stuck in another cycle doing the same thing over and again. So that's it for this week. I hope that it was beneficial and great for you all. I can't wait to see what happens next week, and I'll see you on the next one. JJ out.